Welcome to To Be Continued. We're your host. I'm Christian.
I'm Caleb.
And this week's edition, as you can tell, it's down to the two OG members. We're just going to do a quick episode here. We're going to go over what we've seen in the baseball playoffs after another week's completed. Caleb is obviously very excited about that. And then we'll get into our football picks where Caleb's not as excited for that.
Yeah, I don't know what this football is you speak of. I don't watch that anymore.
It's the Brown Pigskin.
Yeah, I don't watch that. I'd rather watch anything else. I didn't watch... I watched like 5 minutes of football on Sunday. I didn't miss this. I didn't miss it at all. I'm just not into it.
So,
I think I'd be more into football if it was in the summer, because I'm have more free time. I'm so busy with so many other things. I just don't care about anything else.
Not even Yankees?
So that is a factor. No, the Yankees are what I am caring about.
Oh.
Because my Yankees are on their way to the World Series. I'm calling it here. Well, not first. I called it here a long time ago. I think I called it before the season even started.
You did. You did call it.
And, hey, look, I got to agree with A-Rod. Yankees got the easiest possible road they could have gotten to the World Series. They didn't have to play Houston. They didn't have to play Baltimore, which I think both would have been tougher opponents. I don't think anybody in the Central is any good. Sorry if there's any Central fans out there. All 12 of you. I mean, get out of here with that. Like, the Yankees just own the AL Central. Everyone in there.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think there was a team in the American League this year that would have been able to beat you guys in a 5 or 7 game series.
Not with the bullpen pitching like it is now.
No, it's and look. I don't want to jinx anything, but maybe after last night, Judge gets going.
I hope so.
I mean, because Stanton and Soto have already showed up.
And I've seen some Dodgers fans talking about how the Yankees have this like Mickey Mouse road to the World Series.
Dude, who have you played?
First of all, the Dodgers had a Mickey Mouse ring. That's their only ring in recent memory. Second of all, they beat the Padres, who like won 2 games and then just packed up their bags and went home. Like they just left their bats at home. And now they're playing a Mets team that won 89 games.
Who are only
89 games. Didn't even win 90 games.
Yeah, but you guys got to
get out of here. Yeah,
you can't help who you play.
No, I think the only takeaway you can have is that money wins. The top 3 salary teams are still playing, and probably the top 2. Well, 2 of the top 3 will make the World Series.
Yeah.
Mets are number 1, so maybe not the top 2. I'm not a believer in the Mets, but I'm also not a believer in the Dodgers, so the Mets could win.
It wouldn't shock you. Who won the game last night?
They didn't play, so it's still 1-1. Tonight they play.
Yeah, I still think the Yankees are going to win. I think it's going to end up being Yankees-Dodgers, even though if the Mets surprised the world, it wouldn't be really a surprise to me. But
it would be funny if the Yankees played the Mets, because in the regular season, the Mets have been smoking the Yankees. But I've been saying the whole time, like, the Yankees do not care about this rivalry. They don't care at all, and the Mets do. So I think if you saw in the World Series, I think you'd see the Yankees turn it on. The Mets would be like, oh, crap. Like, they have not really been giving us everything.
But that's also my other thing, though. I'm like, okay, if the Mets and Yankees play, and let's just say the crazy scenario happens and somehow the Mets beat them, I don't think Yankee fans will care more about the losing part. It will be more about how annoying the Met fans would be thinking they run New York. Like, what number ring would that be for the Mets? And
about Juan Soto probably walking across town.
Oh, that'd be
that would be the bigger thing.
That'd be the KD level move. What are you doing? Going to join the team that beat you?
Yeah, it would be a really bad look.
Snake. All right. Anything else you want to add on this front?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, let's get into these NFL predictions. After week 6, Caleb, you're starting to climb back.
I don't watch football, so I don't really care.
So we're going to start with Thursday Night Football. Broncos at Saints. Sean Payton's return. Ezra's going with the Saints. Riley's going with the Broncos. What say you?
Is Derek Carr playing?
No.
Broncos.
Yeah, I'm also going Broncos. I don't know why Ezra went with the Saints. That actually confused me. All right, Patriots at Jags. Ezra went Patriots. Yes. Riley went Jags. I don't know why Ezra has some confusing picks.
Is it in London or is it?
It's in London.
Yeah.
Jaguars didn't leave. So
if the Jaguars lose this, then Doug Peterson literally is not flying home. They're going to be like, dude, you got to find a
fly coach.
Fly your own flight. You're not with us.
All right, then you got Titans at Bills.
Bills.
Ezra and Riley both went Bills. I'm going Bills as well. Finally, we can all agree on something. All right, Texans at Packers. Ooh, Ezra went Texans. Riley went Packers.
Packers.
I'm also going with the Packers. I don't trust... The Texans don't have a really good defense. I don't know if you've caught on to that. All right, Eagles at Giants. Caleb, last week you went with the Giants. Ezra and Riley obviously went with the Eagles.
Where is it?
It's in MetLife.
Okay, the Eagles. Daniel Jones can't play at home.
That is true. I'm also going with the Eagles. He is like the greatest Giants quarterback. I don't know if you've seen the stats between him at home versus him not at home. When he doesn't play at MetLife, he's actually like a top 5 quarterback in the league stats-wise. When he plays at MetLife, he's Daniel Jones. See what you did, New York media? That's why I'm like, if he leaves, he might actually be better. All right. Lions at Vikings. Ezra and Riley both went with the Lions.
I'm going with the Vikings. The Lions are in trouble. They don't have Aiden Hutchinson.
So, I'm nervous about the Vikings because of no Aaron Jones, but it is in Minnesota, and they're coming off a bye, and I trust Kevin O'Connell off a bye. But also, I don't know if
MVP frontrunner.
I don't know if it'll be this week. And look, I'm very happy for what the Lions did to the Cowboys because I despise the Cowboys. But this league is what goes around comes around, and when you're running hook and ladders to your offensive lineman up 40 points, Dan Campbell, that is a risky and stupid decision because if Sewell got hurt there, who's arguably the best right tackle in football, if he gets injured doing a hook and ladder at 40, you're going to look like a doofus.
And you already lost your defensive end up 30. I mean, you were going to keep him, like, there's no
reason for him to play.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I actually like the week prior when we played the Browns. Fourth quarter came and Dan Quinn was like, all right, everybody get out of the game. We don't need to risk injury. It's the difference between good coaches and bad coaches. All right, next game, Seahawks at Falcons. Ezra and Riley both picked the Falcons. Caleb?
Falcons.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen. The Seahawks went from 3-0 to, after losing this week, probably to 3-4. It's rough. All right, Bengals at Browns. Ezra picked the Browns, and Riley went with the Bengals.
Bengals.
As long as Predator is back there at quarterback, I'm going with the Bengals to win this game.
Yeah.
Dolphins at Colts. Anthony Richardson is likely to play this week. Ezra and Riley both went with the Colts.
I'd love to go with the Dolphins if they had anybody to play quarterback, but because they don't.
They don't. It's
Colts.
It's hard to watch. I'm going with the Colts, too. All right, 4 p.m. Panthers at Commanders.
The Dolphins should call up the Colts and say, yo, Joe Flacco.
You know who I think? The Dolphins would be geniuses to see what it would take to get Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Like,
or Jimmy G.
Or Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones would be amazing there.
Or just a competent
NFL
quarterback. Crazy.
Ryan Tannehill's still available. All right, Panthers at Commanders. Ezra and Riley both went with the Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders.
So did you see anything last week, Caleb, that caught your eye with Washington?
I didn't see anything. I didn't watch any football.
Oh, man. You can't at least say, hey, they're actually contenders.
No, I didn't watch anything.
All right.
Wasn't interested.
Ezra and Riley both went with the Rams.
I was grocery shopping.
Raiders at Rams. Caleb?
Rams. Coming out of the bye week. Cooper Kupp's playing.
So, Caleb, you ready? So you were saying earlier how you haven't been paying attention to football. I don't think neither of the Rams. I think the Rams have also been watching the Yankees. Been excited about that. And once the Yankees season comes down, you'll see the Rams starting to pick it up. They make the playoffs. Now, have you heard the rumors, though? They might be trading White, Tre'Davious.
For what?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're probably going to trade him for like a 7th. Who cares?
I don't know why they're trading.
Yeah.
It hasn't been horrible.
Les Snead gets no value for anybody. Why don't you just let him get a couple more weeks with his legs under him and see what
Riley does not learn, Caleb. Chiefs at Niners. Chiefs coming off a bye week. Ezra went with the Chiefs smartly, and Riley went with the Niners.
Chiefs. Niners aren't what they once were.
I don't trust the Niners this year.
They don't have McCaffrey. Ayuk blew up that locker room by trying to pretend like he was a number one when he's like a really good blocker. He's like basically Riley Cooper. But you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically Riley Cooper.
And their defense isn't
great blocker. Okay, receiver.
Bosa was already calling out the defense last week before they played the Seahawks, and yeah, they won the Seahawks. But if you watched the game, you were like, they didn't really dominate the Seahawks. Like the Seahawks almost came back. Shanahan's starting to crumble in the regular season, which is weird. Like they've blown a 10-point lead in each of the last 3 weeks.
Well, they're also starting to figure out the Leonard Floyd roller coaster.
Oh.
He is an All-Pro 1 week, and then you don't see him for 4.
Yeah, it's
and he like ends up with good numbers by the end of the year, but
and you're like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
And then Sunday Night Football, Jets get Devontae Adams. They're going against the Steelers, who are likely to start Russell Wilson this week. Ezra and Riley both with the Jets. Caleb?
Jets.
Yeah, you see, I was curious if I was going to go with the Jets, but between Russell Wilson going there and then as well as I don't know if you've seen, Adams is now staying at Rogers' house. He was there yesterday.
I'm not surprised.
And Rogers already says he knows like 95% of the playbook because he was familiar with it. All right. We have another doubleheader on Monday night. Can I say before we pick these games, I hate doubleheaders on Monday night.
I don't care. I'm not going to watch them anyway.
All right. Ravens at Buccaneers. Ezra and Riley both the Ravens. Caleb?
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens.
I think it could be a game.
It could be a game, but I just don't see it. Chargers at Cardinals. Ezra went with the Chargers. Riley went with the Chargers. It's in Arizona.
I got to go with the Chargers. I don't think Arizona's any good. I think Harbaugh's a better coach.
Did you see he had to go to the medical tent last week?
Yeah.
Because he had the case of the bubble guts? His words, not mine.
Happens to the best of us.
It does. All right. Well, give us your predictions. Let us know what you see in the MLB. We'll be back next week to probably be discussing our World Series preview. He'll be in a Jeter jersey again, probably, sadly.
Probably, or Teixeira, or Rodriguez, Giambi,
Giancarlo?
I need to get me a Giancarlo. I don't have one. I need one. I love that guy.
I don't know. You know who doesn't love him? Bob Costas.
Yeah. R.I.P.
What happened to him?
Nothing. He just
Is he still calling the games for you guys?
No. The broadcast, it sounded like he was reading a eulogy for Giancarlo.
It's like a funeral.
And he was once a great player.
And then he still looks like a
Shut
great
up,
player.
Bob Costas.
Dude, some people don't understand what it's like to just take it easy.
He just can't run at all. Oh, and Stanton stole the base. How do you like that?
Would have been funny if he just looked up and pointed at Costas like.
Yeah, I was really hoping in the post-game interview he'd be like, well, I guess I'm not as slow as they thought. Oh, Bob Costas. I would have said it in the interview. Just as a funny thing. I think it'd been funny. Stan's too classy, though.
Stan's a Yankee.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Anyway, please subscribe, please share this with your friends. And until next time.
To be continued.